the idea of rate. Okay, that is the idea of rate. So whenever we are dealing with this quantity, when we are calculating a quantity per, okay, per something, then we are looking at per unit values. Okay, so in the last example we dealt with the per hour value. Okay, so that was the idea of per unit right there, which we explored. Now this is the second example where we'll again be looking at per unit, again very commonly found. So these are the 5 balloons right here. And if I told you that the total money I paid for this balloons is 10 rupees, and I ask you to find the per unit cost, again per unit, okay, per unit cost, what would you do? You would say that total money I have paid is 10 rupees, and how many balloons I have? I have 5 balloons. So what is the per unit cost? It is 5 to the 10, 2 rupees per balloon. Okay, so again per unit, that is the per unit cost. And whenever we are calculating a per unit value, we are dealing with unitary method. Once we have the per unit value, then I am become empowered to find the value, find the cost for 10 balloons, 20 balloons. Okay, so for these 5 balloons, the cost was 10 rupees, is 2 rupees per balloon. So immediately if I ask you what would be the cost for 10 balloons, you would say 10 into per unit cost is 2. So for 10 balloons the cost would be 20 rupees. Okay, so that is how we deal with unitary method. We find first the per unit price, the per unit of something, and then we multiply it with the new quantity that we have been given, and we find the cost, the price, the amount of time it would take for this new quantity. Okay, so that is the idea of unit that we need to understand in order to solve this